Before you hire a video producer for your next video project, here are 3 things that video producers would probably want you as a business client to know before starting your project. With these 3 things in mind, you're both more likely to enjoy working together throughout the entire process, all the way from the beginning to the end of your project. So, what are these 3 things that a video producer would likely want you to know? Stick around. Video can help you grow your business, but you need a plan. You're listening to The Video Strategist, a podcast to help you plan the video you need to get the results you want. Stick around for video marketing advice designed to move the needle for your business. The most rewarding video projects are built on clear communication and clear expectations. This is why I changed my business from producing videos to helping businesses plan their videos, because the success of a video, by and large, is determined at the very beginning with an effective video strategy. And that also applies to your frame of mind going into a video project with a video producer. And there are a few things that I think are helpful to keep in mind so that you know where your video producer is coming from and how you can work together to knock your video out of the park. So let's dive into 3 things that video producers would probably want you as a business client to know going into your project. Number 1, you need to provide a budget. Yes, I know. But Josh, if I give them a budget, I might spend more than I need to. Here's the deal. Budgets are creative boundaries that only help you and help your video producer. Your budget helps set expectations. It also allows you to anchor the pricing discussion. It becomes the filter to determine what goes into your video. Your budget is going to depend on the size of your business, the size of your video idea, and of course, the size of the risk to get that video right. You should be thinking of your budget as a range, but then present your budget as an amount somewhere in the middle of that range. This gives you some wiggle room, and if you're nervous about spending too much or that your budget isn't going to be enough, start by sharing your vision and then share your budget. A good video producer is going to want to hear your goals and hear your ideas before asking for your budget anyway. They will then be able to determine if your budget is a good fit for your vision, and they can help you decide if it's better to scale back your expectations or scale up your budget to meet them. Again, a budget is helpful to you and the video producer. That creative boundary helps them dial in their suggestions and ideas to maximize the production quality for your project. You may not get all the bells and whistles that come with a bigger budget, but you may not even need all those bells and whistles to begin with. So think about a comfortable budget range that you would spend to bring about your vision for your video, and then determine an amount within that range to share with your video producer. That will let them help you dial it in to make sure that you're achieving your goal for your video. On that note, here's number 2. Be open to creative ideas. You may have a specific vision for your video, which is fantastic, and you should have a vision. But give your video producer some creative room to operate within that vision. Be open to some suggestions during the planning of your project that might actually make your video even better, or it may put your video in a better position to achieve your goal. Remember, this is their craft. You know your business better than they do, but they also know their business, which is the business of visual storytelling and creatively weaving your vision onto a screen. Treat them like a creative partner rather than just a contractor. You're in the driver's seat when it comes to the direction of your project, but give an ear to the other people in the car with you, especially if they're familiar with the area. This is why it's so important that you spend plenty of time talking about your vision together in the very beginning. This is the time to share ideas and bounce ideas off of each other. Those conversations are critical to make sure everyone is in alignment to the same goal before the cameras start rolling. And that leads us to number 3. Time is money. Now, if you're a business owner, you know this, and you've probably heard it, read it, or said it yourself in the context of your own business. And the same is true for the video production business. Production is not the time to introduce a new idea, change the scene, or decide you want to go in a completely new direction. Now, it's usually not in production, but in post-production, when you may be tempted to start second-guessing and asking for edits that start as a trickle and quickly become a waterfall. This is where you need to trust in the expertise of your video producer and trust in the plan that you set together in the beginning. Of course, they are going to send you a preview and a draft and expect some feedback from you, and you should definitely provide that feedback. Don't hesitate to suggest edits that you believe would be helpful to the original vision while being open to some of their creative decisions. But be thorough with any initial suggestions for edits or revisions so that you can keep your project moving. The more rounds of revisions you ask for, the more scope creeps into your project, which just means that your project is starting to eat up a lot more time. And just like we said before, time is money. This is money coming out of someone's pocket, either yours or your video producer's, and it's in both of your best interests to avoid this situation altogether. Scope creep typically means there is not a clear vision for the project in place, which is why a video strategy is critical, once again, for any video project. A video strategy gets everybody on the same page with clear expectations throughout the project, allowing you to use your time and budget as efficiently as possible. So those are 3 things that video producers would want any business client to be aware of. Have a budget in mind, be open to creative ideas, and time is money. Now, of course, a video project is a two-way street, and in the next episode, I'm going to turn the tables and share 3 things that business clients would want video producers to know. So, until that episode, I'm Josh King. See you then.